This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so it says, this is from Kurgo. He says, despite widespread rumors circulated by multiple hip-hop media personalities, mostly Maul and Joe Budden, no major surprise album was released Thursday night. Everybody was anticipating it would be J. Cole's album. Some anticipated Drake. I said, nah, it can't be Drake because he has not settled his differences with his label. And you could say, oh, he dropped an album earlier this year, though. Yeah, but that was Sony and his label. So, like, he wasn't as worried. This is all Universal, this next one. So it's like, they could hold it back. And you'd say, why? Why would they hold it back? Well, Drake took him to court. And you know what? Sometimes these labels are petty. Okay? That's all I can do. They're very petty. So, yeah, nobody dropped. Surprise, surprise. We'll get to Boosie in a second. Maul calls Andre 3000 the most overrated rapper of all time. He's the most overrated rapper of all time? Off the top of my head, I can't think of who's the most overrated rapper of all time. And plus, I'm not going to really get into that because it'll get into people's feelings, right? Nah, I'm definitely not going to get into that conversation. Because, like, if I start naming people that are the most overrated rapper of all time, people would argue with me like crazy. Okay? Like, this is a very personal thing to some people. But there's plenty of rappers I can think of that are like, whoa, who listens to this? You know, like, why is this person so revered as like the top? You know, like, don't mess with him. It's not even that good. A lot of music isn't that good. You know? But, you know, it is what it is. Some people think they're better than they are. And their fans prop them up to be that. Andre 3000 pretty much always delivers. And they were saying, well, he has to have a solo album. He did. They did have a solo album, but they packaged it together. Big Boy had his disc, and Andre 3000 had his disc because they didn't want to separate Outkast into two different entities at that time. So they kept it as one, but each had their own solo. Andre 3000 always delivers. That's all that matters. You know, like, what makes someone the best? When they drop, they deliver. They don't just drop to drop, you know? Well, Coke Wave 3.5 came out with Max B. I'll say this. French Montana mastered the art of, like, making music. In a sense where, yeah, he used to drop a lot of garbage way long ago. I'm talking like maybe 18 years ago, right? But, you know, at one point he kind of got the game, got the right producers, and he knows how to, like, make it work. He's always going to come up with a few songs that are good. And there's a few songs on here that have potential. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest, you know, like, I like Max B. I've worked with Max B. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to tell you what I actually feel. Max B needs more work, bro. Like, he's just not, I know he has no choice. He has to get to the money right now, okay? He's been locked up for 17 years. Really, 15 years, you know? He's got to get to the money. So he has no choice. He's got to drop, whether he's ready or not. And I'm going to be honest, he messes up a lot of these songs. Like, there's a few that had potential, and they get really messed up with Max B on them. At one point, he just leaned into auto-tune. Like he missed that era, so he just wanted to, like, dibble-dabble in it. I was like, it just, I don't know. You know, is this going to do well? I mean, I think it's going to do 10,000 the first week, which is good for this. Because honestly, in another world, in most situations, it would do 5,000 the first week. There's no big label behind it. It's French Montana, Coke Boys. It is what it is. Chrisean Rock's been boxing for 3 weeks and already has a deal. Chrisean Rock responds to kind words from Clarissa Shields following boxing deal. Beyond grateful, my first boxing deal is finally done. Ex-Rumble fighting, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you to my manager, Kimberly Ross official, my legendary coach, Coach Calvin Ford, for the love and patience and belief. She's been boxing for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. This is going to be a disaster. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, these companies come out of nowhere. I don't know. I guess they just, I don't know. They definitely saved her, though, because she needed to make money right now, right? She has a kid. So look at the positive angle. Fat Joe links up with Jay-Z. Is that OG Juan? I guess, yeah. From, they got something cooking. Yo, Jay-Z, Fat Joe signing with Jay-Z and Rock Nation saved this man's life, bro. Like, the only way that podcast worked with Jadakiss is because of Rock Nation. And their chemistry is good, but I'm just saying, Jadakiss doesn't do anything unless something's in play. So they said, all right, we'll get Boost Mobile to support it. They paid Jadakiss per episode. Jadakiss does not move unless there's money involved. That's just how Jadakiss is. I don't blame him. And it's a good chemistry. And it works. Okay? It's not bad. I couldn't watch a whole episode, but the clips are hilarious. I'm like, yeah, they are. Okay? Undeniable. They might, certain things do dry out. Like the Gillian Wallow kind of dried out. Joe Budden's kind of like has to revamp his thing right now. It's getting a little stale. There's too many characters on there. It's going too PC. Joe Budden used to keep it a little more raw. Now he's not doing that. Pause, So it's like, it's just losing. It needs to be revamped a little bit. Shaken up. Boosie's response to Kodak Black. Kodak Black dissed Boosie because Boosie's always giving him a hard time for doing a song with Tekashi. So, Kodak Black's like, oh, you hating on me because I'm a young guy getting money. You're supposed to be the OG, right? Boosie says, you wait until the day before I go to court to drop a weak-ass diss song. You CCC8 called Clout Chasing Crackhead. Boosie was one too. At one point, remember he was addicted. You know what I got going? And you do this the day before court? 100, you a real clown. Well, it's a clown move that Boosie even has to go to court, to be honest with you. To be at his age, right? To be in your 40s and still getting in trouble for something you shouldn't be doing and risking it all is crazy. I like Boosie, but it's just like, dude, why? It's still not to get people to go mess with your music. When's the last time you heard somebody said, hey, put that new Kodak Black on? Not too long ago. You done, bro. Your career's up. Bro, Boosie. You can't even sell 2,000 albums right now. And that's a fact. People buy more into Boosie's interviews, and they book him for his old work and not his new work. And that's just a fact. I'm not saying Boosie sucks now. He doesn't. It's just the time has passed. Kodak Black drops more good music than Boosie does right now, but Kodak Black got in the game 10 years later, He's newer. He says, you're done, bro. Your music's trash. Your looks are even worse. Now, Kodak Black does need to clean it up. Only time you're relevant is when you mention me or YB. You still mad that song I blew you down on? Pause, bro. Pause. You can't take that back. You lame now. Your music's shit. Anyways, I gotta go to court tomorrow. But I'm sure you know that. I know you're gonna be holding the phone like Pookie off Jack City waiting on some bad news. You gotta be up all night. I bet you Boosie doesn't go to jail tomorrow. It's a gentleman's bet. Okay, no money on the line. I just have a feeling he's not going to go to jail. I think something's been worked out already. Now he's going to have to be on papers for a long time, though. I don't think he's going to go to jail. And if he does go to jail, he'll turn himself in later and go for like 3-4 months. Somehow. Because anybody else will go to jail for 2-3 years, you know? But, hey, we'll see what happens. Little Durk's mother speaks on seeing him in court. She says, I was glad to see my son at court. The courtroom is getting smaller and smaller, but that's okay. He has all his brothers, 3, and his sister to support him. What about, you didn't mention his wife. And you're the one who raised him, you know? Let's be real. What does that mean? It means maybe she didn't do such a good job. You know, I'm sorry. It's true. Sean Combs reportedly earned at least $4 million renting out his private jet ahead of trafficking trial. So what? It costs a lot of money to run a jet. It doesn't mean it was profit. You gotta park the jet. That's a couple $100,000 a month sometimes. Depends. Got to pay pilots a couple $100,000 a year. Stewardess. It's expensive. Probably came out with some profit, but there's a lot. Then you got to maintain the jet. So you have to rent your jet out, right? He also is accepted into the First Step Act, so he'll be doing a lot of programs, like, you know, work programs and stuff like that. And he'll probably be coming home early. They're thinking he's going to be home by summer. And ASAP Punk Rocky hits the charts at 139 on Apple Music and 79 on Spotify. That's not good. But I'm going to tell you something. The song wasn't that great. I think ASAP Rocky is more into like being artistic now than making like music for his fan base. He's just playing with music. He's more of a dad now. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. You know what? I think that Rihanna likes that they can just do whatever they want now. You know? She doesn't seem too bothered by it. She's happy that he's happy. And they're a happy family. And that's all that matters, right? Well, we'll see. I'll keep you up to date on what Max B's doing. He has 3 sold out shows, I think, this month. In a big venue in Brooklyn. So he's getting to the money, and that's great, you know. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Please share this video, like this video, and I'll check you guys in a few hours.